there, geeks! Adam here, coming at you with another Wizard magazine haul video, plus a little bit of 90s comics thrown into the mix. This is exciting. This is a bunch of stuff I've been holding on to for a while. I've just been getting so many 90s comics lately that I was kind of showing those to you first. But this is a lot of fun, the stuff that we have here today. Some fun stories, I think, going to come out of this. But let's start out. I managed to pick up this issue of Wizard with Jessica Alba as Sue Storm in the Fantastic Four movie. I actually already had this in the archives, but I didn't have a sealed copy. And so it was great to have one that has all the inserts. It was cheap. You know, when you can get a good deal, you grab them when you can, but they're not 15 or 20 bucks. Sometimes people are trying to get them as much as they can out of you. We got this one here, which I'm going to be honest, no detriment to the artist, but this does not work for me. This is a sickly looking Superman. I don't know if anybody remembers. If this is the actual art in Earth 1, I can see now why I didn't pick it up. But now this here, though, how about a little Eliza Dushku? At this time, talking about Dollhouse. Of course, we know her best as Faith on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But up here, if you see this, I have the other issues where this is after Disney had just bought Marvel, is when this issue came out. So, and also check out this Sabretooth figure on the back, this Marvel Select, right? Yeah, that was some great stuff. There's still a black costume Spider-Man Marvel Select I want to get someday. Here we have this one, talking about the Dark Knight. But how about this one? The 50 greatest DVDs ever. DVDs were still pretty new at this point, so that really cracks me up. But Wizard was all about special features. They tried to mimic that in the pages of the magazine, director's cuts and stuff. But check out these. Oh, there is something from days gone by, right? The Mini-Mates, Ghostbusters. That's just fun. Here we have another one here. This is the aftermath of Siege with the Avengers. I don't know about this story. This is not one that rings a bell to me. And then, hey, remember that series Spartacus? Had a kind of troubled production history with the star. All right, now getting into some Wizard-related comics. This was actually an insert that came in one of the comics, if I remember correctly. But you have this Wizard exclusive preview of this, basically this Alan Moore, America's Best Comics, or ABC Comics, which was kind of a big deal at the time. I recognize Tom Strong here. I don't know if I know the rest, but that'll be something as we get into the timeline later on we'll explore for sure. Here's one that is infamous, was actually mentioned in a recent interview we did, and that is CrossGen. This, very expensive endeavor to try to launch a new comics publisher. Did not catch on, but of course you're going to get some Wizard World promotion there. Now, this was a very fun one. So recently in one of the 90s Comics haul videos, I shared my Exiles comics that I got like the first few issues of that series. But I pulled this one aside for this video because as you can see here, right, it says it was named Best Comic of the Month by Wizard. So this was an era where getting, a good review in Wizard meant a lot, and the publishers were so excited that they would put it on the covers. There had to be some sort of cross promotion there, right? There had to be, one hand washing the other. Now, the other thing that was very exciting to me in these back issue bins I found recently were issues of Gatecrasher by Black Bull Comics. Do you remember Black Bull Comics? Very few people do, but Black Bull Comics was the Gareb Shamus owned publishing entity that was trying to release its own comic books, which created a little bit of controversy among the publishers who saw it as a conflict of interest. Wait a minute. So you're covering this from a journalistic perspective, but you're also making your own comics? Now, the cool thing about them, though, this is Amanda Cotter, Jimmy Palmiotti, Mark Waid. I mean, the creative teams on this are amazing. And of course, everybody loves Amanda Cotter, Jimmy Palmiotti. Jimmy Palmiotti coming up on an episode of The Wizard Files. He is a scheduled interview. We're very excited to be talking to him. But yeah, just to find issues of Gatecrasher, I was very excited because the Black Bull comics don't come up very often. So that was very, very cool. Just in the way of random 90s comics, this was a Dark Horse Presents. I don't know if this is the first appearance of Monkey Man and O'Brien, but I've been very curious about this Art Adams series. I've read a few issues. It's not quite as wacky and fun as I thought it would be, but the art is fantastic. It's really interesting. This was a later installment of Dark Horse Presents with a Monkey Man and O'Brien story. So, it was something that was, I think it kind of came out as he felt motivated. I don't think it was a regular production there, but there was a Gen 13 Monkey Man and O'Brien series that I'm very excited to read when the time comes. This one here was just a random grab. Why did I pick this up? Well, if you're reading the current She-Hulk series from Marvel, I don't read that many current releases, but this Jack of Hearts character is definitely playing a part in that story. So I was curious to kind of see the early days in the 80s, this limited series. What was the character all about? How does he compare? Because they allude to quite a history there. The other thing I was very excited about, I saw these a while ago. I saw like basically every variation. Whoever owned this before had all of the Robin 2 hologram covers, but then the non-hologram covers, just like everything. And this is a series that I collected like the first 2 issues and never finished it as a kid. And so I really want to read the entire series. I mean, really, I remember the gimmick the most, right? You put a hologram card on a cover, I'm going to get excited. But it was just one of those things where I was like, you know what? The time has come. I owe it to myself to finally read this. All right. Now, the final thing here, this was kind of my big get of late in terms of Wizard Magazine history, okay? So, look at this right here. So it says, Wizard Alert! And it is telling you that this is a Happy Holidays, the special edition Wizard number 17 Platinum Embossed Edition is a holiday gift from Wizard Publishing, but also HWDC, which was an actual distribution company. It was Heroes World, okay? I actually had to ask the seller because I checked in with Brian Cunningham. I was like, do you remember releasing this? He's like, no, that wasn't us. But yeah, it was Heroes World that sent this out. And the guy I got this from was a former comic book store owner in the 80s and 90s. But what's cool about this is it has all 3 cards. Now, if you'll remember, that they got the Image founders to do, this is Jim Lee's Holidays, and then let me see if I can get the other one out here. But they got 3 Image founders to create cards. Oh yeah, so here was Todd McFarlane's, Santa Todd there. Okay, and then our old buddy, Rob Islands, he did Santa the Barbarian, okay? But usually you just got one of the cards with your issue 17. That was my understanding. Todd McFarlane didn't really like the idea of making them chase cards, and Wizard later apologized to the readers for having done that. But this is a special gift version for the holidays where you got all 3 in one poly bag that I don't know if it just went to retailers or what, but I'm going to assume so. So that was a very fun, unique piece of Wizard history to add to the archives. But hey, thank you so much for checking out this video. Of course, stay tuned for new episodes of the podcast, our mini episodes, and of course our interviews coming up on the Wizard Files. We have a lot of fun things in store this summer, so stay tuned, and until next time, keep your books bagged and boarded.